We are bringing out the big pot because we are making some regret for today's recipe. I hope you all are doing amazing. Welcome back to my channel, everyone. So I chose to make my regret with meat, beef meat. However, you can use fish instead if you want to. That's also a great choice. As usual, we're going to start by seasoning this, starting with some sliced onions, then our spices. You can season your meat with your favorite spices. I went in with onion powder, garlic powder, some beef bouillon, and black pepper. A little bit of salt as well, some green seasoning, some mustard, and definitely some vegetable oil. Mix, mix, mix until it's well combined. Cover and allow it to marinate for some time. Mine were marinated the day before just because I didn't get a chance to cook that same day. But it turned out good. You know, the longer you allow the meat to marinate, the better it tastes. So we will be using vegetable oil for this recipe, so I'm going to heat up some of it. And once hot, proceed on adding your meat to fry. Don't forget to stir it from time to time, and once brown, we're going to add some water to cook the meat. While the meat is boiling on the side, we're going to work on the rice. I'm using jasmine rice, about 5 cups of it. That is my go-to type of rice to use when it comes to rigra. So since it's not broken rice, I'm going to make my own broken rice. I mean, I'm gonna try to. But first, let's wash the rice properly. Once the rice is cleaned, I'm going to add warm water to it until it's completely covered. And now I'm going to let this sit on the side for some time. Onto the vegetables, starting with potatoes. We have some garlic, bell peppers, some mini peppers, some habaneros, onions, cabbage, tomatoes, carrots, and some sliced onions. And of course, we have the parsley. So I found out a cool trick about this. Since I wasn't able to do the mason jar methods, the parsley became soft. So the day before, I soaked the parsley literally like this, and come to find out by doing this, you'll freshen up your parsley. I don't know if some of you already knew about this hack. I found it interesting and pretty cool. So I was like, let me share this with my team. Now let's mix these vegetables to make our green seasoning. Nice and beautiful. Back to the meat. At this time, it should be halfway cooked, so that's fine. What we're going to do is to allow the remaining of water to evaporate before adding the sliced onions. Once it starts to caramelize, I will add my vegetables, starting with tomatoes, carrots, then finally the green seasoning. Now stir it well to combine and allow it to fry for about 5 to 7 minutes. I will keep some of this for later. It's currently on medium high heat. Be sure to add enough water to cook the vegetables, same as the meat if needed. And to season this, I will use similar spices that I use to season my meat. Well, minus the mustard and others. But as usual, they will be listed in the description box. Also, to add on to the vegetables, these are optional. You can add more vegetables if you want to. It's totally up to you. Now we're going to cover this and allow it to boil. Next, onto the rice. At this time, the rice should be softened, so it will be easier to break it. First, I will drain out the water, then separate the rice into two since I have a large quantity. Plus, to make it easier, quicker, and evenly break the rice. All you have to do is to apply some pressure, pretty much like this. And just like that, you got your own broken rice. I mean, not perfect, but at least it's broken. I will wash the rice once more. Using my rice strainer, I'm going to make a hole in the middle to allow the water to drain out quickly. At this time, the vegetable should be cooked, same as the meat, definitely the meat. If not, allow it to boil once more until they're fully cooked. Mine were cooked, so I'm going to retrieve the vegetables. Make sure to adjust your seasoning. In my case, I added the same spices I used prior, minus the paprika and extra black pepper for sure. Then about 1 to 2 tablespoons of my green seasoning. Overall, this is what we have left of the green seasoning. Next thing we want to do is to make sure that we are reducing a lot of stew before we add the rice. This is how I usually cook my rice when it comes to this type of dish, as I previously mentioned in most of my videos. However, if you prefer to steam your rice or maybe cook in a microwave prior, you can do that too. Like I always say, whatever works best for you. At this time, make sure the heat is currently on medium low. Cover the pot entirely and allow it to cook for quite some time before opening it. Repeat that process over and over until the rice is completely cooked. If you do have aluminum foil, you can use that to cover the pot entirely. That is actually perfect on trapping the steam inside the pot and also make the rice cooked even faster. This is it for today's recipe. Kind of longer than usual, but it's worth it, okay? We can agree on that. I mean, right? Well, I'm glad I was able to upload this on my channel for y'all as you requested it on my Instagram. Hey, if you haven't followed me on Instagram yet, please do so. Even though I know most of y'all already following me on Instagram. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed watching today's content. If you like the recipe, please give it thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't done so, and turn the bell notification to be notified whenever a recipe is uploaded on my channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see y'all on my next one. Take care.